All right. Philip here from Toon Tactics TV, giving you my full match preview for the Newcastle versus Fulham game, which is tomorrow at St James's Park, 3 o'clock. Now, this is a very important game for Newcastle United, coming off three losses in a row, all very, especially the last one, obviously getting crashing out of the Champions League. Very emotional, very intense game. A lot of media coverage on the back of it. A lot of questions on how and what the owners will tolerate and not tolerate in terms of whether to keep the manager or not. And so the team, Eddie Howe, are going to be under a lot of scrutiny here. And this is what happens when you're a club that's trying to be an elite club, that's trying to be in and amongst the big boys, against the big teams. And this is where we're at. Fulham obviously are coming in with in very good form, with two 5-0 wins on a bounce. Obviously, one over Nottingham Forest and one recently over West Ham. 5-0 wins, clean sheets, big scores, incredible form from Fulham. And so this game promises to be a, a massive clash and probably very entertaining. Now, before you guys, I can see obviously this is FOTMob. FOTMob's predicted lineup. They've got obviously Newcastle lining up with a 4-3-3, and with obviously the news that obviously Kieran Trippier won't be available because he's obviously suspended. So in his place will be Livramento, and on the left will be Byrne, which is very likely. And obviously the Bravka keeps his place as goalkeeper. Now they've gone for a Longstaff on the right, probably Miley on the bench. I'll probably agree with that. I think Longstaff, Gomeres, and Joe Linton is our best midfield, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think Gomeres and Joe Linton play better with Longstaff around, and up front we've got Gordon, Isak, and Almiron. Now, I don't know. I know that there's been some news that Gordon is possibly carrying a knock, and Gomeres actually, but I'm hoping he stays. That Gordon is carrying a knock. If Gordon is not available, I think Lewis Hall would come in. I think Joe Linton will push up into Gordon's position, and Lewis Hall will come in onto the left side of the midfield. I'm strongly of the belief that Lewis Hall is better in midfield or as a DM or as a attacking winger rather than a left back. And so that'll be the replacement. They've also got 40 mob. I've got Isak starting. I back Wilson to start the same as he did against AC Milan. I'm sure the people will doubt that because obviously Wilson is aging. His hamstrings aren't always the strongest. So would he actually start? I'm actually even talking myself out of it. Maybe Isak starts, but I'll go with my first gut feeling that I think Wilson will start and Isak will be on the bench. Isak looked very tired over the last few days or over the last few games, and just hasn't been able to show the energy that he needs to. And so on the bench, obviously would have for me it would have Isak, would have hopefully Botman. There's some rumors that Botman might be available. Obviously Miley on the bench as well, and so there was obviously we've had some news of setback with Willock and with Barnes, so they're going to be out, continue to be out. So that's a shame. So Newcastle going into this game needing to win. They need to make a statement win. All of this, they have to overcome what I feel like has been a mental fatigue for them. They have to overcome it. They have to go strong. And we've had a very strong record at home, and so they're going against a very buoyant Fulham side, who I'm sure would feel like they've got nothing to lose, and will attack this game in their own fashion as well. I think that would suit Newcastle. I do fancy Lascelles against Jimenez, and I do fancy our midfield against Fulham's midfield. I think Gomeres, Longstaff, and Joe Linton. Joe Linton has looked in very good form, had a very good game against AC Milan, and so I think he'll look strong. I think we can overcome their midfield. Obviously, Paulina's one of their main stars. excellent defensive midfielder, but also just a good CM in total. But we can't obviously underestimate the fact that they have won 5-0 games in the last in a row recently. I back Newcastle to overcome this. I back it's going to be a massive effort. It's going to take the home crowd to really push us forward. It's important we get this win before our trip to Chelsea to Stamford Bridge for the League Cup quarter-final. I back Newcastle to win this game. I think we might surprise people, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory for Newcastle United. But let me know what you guys think. Share this video, like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, take care and God bless.